What are the opportunities to address the biodiversity and climate challenges together from the perspective in the tourism industry? So what are the opportunities there?
Thank you. Thank you for having us here today in Mananui especially. I'm from Mananui's Takiwai over in Goffs Bay, so on Te Pātaka o Rakehautu, and I have probably the smallest tour company in New Zealand, so it's pretty awesome to be here. But exactly what we've heard from other people speaking as well, that we need to look to the past. My tour company is called the Seventh Generation. My ancestors have only been here for 7 generations on the same bit of land, but it's an Indigenous principle that we think of the 7 generations coming after us and act for them, and have the 7 generations before as our vision for the future. That's our baseline. It's a baseline not because it was when the first people came, but because that's when people wrote down what they were seeing. And that's what's achievable, that we can look back 7 generations ago at what European explorers wrote down and say that's achievable, at least for Te Pātaka o Rakehautu, that we have white sand beaches again, that we have forest from the summit to the sea, that we have diving petrels burrowing deep in under our soil and bringing back nutrients from the marine ecosystem. And so what I do is don't approach people straight with conflict over climate change and biodiversity loss, but look at history, looking at the sites where Kaitahu lost their land through the land purchases that happened in Akaroa, and stepping through history so we can see where we've come from, culturally as well as natural history, and then setting people up so that they can accept a beautiful vision for the future, that they can be empowered by and inspired by, so that they can feel connected, that they can go home wherever they come from to look for that in their home, because this is happening all over the world. There's positive change all over the world right now. And so it's for me about tūranga waiwai, connecting. Who are you? What are your stories? Where is your place of belonging? And that naturally brings a sense of kaitiakitanga, or protection, love of our place. We all have that. And manaakitanga, of hospitality, and telling stories well, so that people can connect and go home and try to do that same processes at home. Yeah. Have heard it so many times by so many people speaking today, that this change needs to come from within, that it's all about each individual person, and that's why I'm so passionate about tourism, that I can take people out that aren't expecting to be taught anything at all and teach them, educate them, and help them to connect to change within, because that's where it's got to come from every single person. And so if we can connect with them so that they are not afraid, that they are inspired, that they are empowered, that they can look within, then that's where it's got to come from. To get past these boundaries, to look at the whole system, to understand who we are and how we connect to place,